Tiny House Prepper.
Live simple, live free.
So hey everybody, I'm Bill with Tiny House Prepper, and today I am going to be installing and testing a WeBoost cell phone booster in our RV. You know, Elizabeth and I upload videos to YouTube, obviously, like this one. And the thing of it is, uploading videos to YouTube is how we earn our living. So it's very important that we have good connectivity. Now, we also travel a lot in our RV and also on business trips to conventions and things like that. And we need to be able to upload videos while we're traveling. And rather than trying to find some kind of free Wi-Fi at McDonald's or Starbucks or something like that, we use the hotspot, the mobile hotspot in our cell phone to be able to upload, which really solves a lot of problems because we don't have to drive all over the city looking for some kind of free Wi-Fi. But it also creates some problems because half the time we're out, you know, camped out somewhere in the boonies where the cell phone signal is either non-existent or it's so weak that it would take many, many hours to upload. So, enter the WeBoost cell phone booster. Now, we also, in our home, had a weak signal. I mean, it was okay, but it was running about 1 to 2 bars of LTE. And when we would do a video and upload it, it would take us anywhere from average of 4 to 6 hours to upload like a 20-minute video. Sometimes longer than that. So we bought a WeBoost Home 4G model and recently installed it in our home. And I was absolutely astounded with what happened. We went from 1 to 2 bars of LTE to full 4 bars of LTE, and our upload time went from 4 to 6 hours down to 30 minutes or less. Many times it's 15 or 20 minutes. I couldn't believe it. It was a game changer for us. And if you'd like to see a video of that, I'll put a link right up here. And so I did the video about installing it and reviewing it, and about a week later I got an email from WeBoost. Just for for full disclosure here, I got this email from WeBoost, and they said they thanked me for my video, and they said that they had shared it on their social media pages, I guess Facebook or whatever. And they gave me links to a whole bunch of other products that they had for sale, including this RV booster. So I emailed them back and I said, well, thank you very much for complimenting my video. I said, I also would like to get one for the YouTube, for our trailer, and I will also review that on YouTube. Any chance you could send me one? And they came back and they said, absolutely. So they actually sent me this cell phone booster, so for an RV. So I'm not going to let, you know, the fact that they sent it to me bias my judgment after I install this. I will still try to be honest. Now, when I was installing the home booster, I was wondering what the difference was in design between a home booster and an RV booster. And the home booster has an antenna that receives a signal from the tower. That's a unidirectional antenna, and you have to find where the tower is and point it right directly to the antenna. The one for the RV is an omnidirectional antenna. You put it on the roof and it receives from all directions. The other issue, the other difference is that the home booster only had a plug-in that you plug into the wall for AC, 110 AC. The RV booster has a 110 plug that you could plug into the wall, or it also has a 12-volt adapter that you can hardwire it right to the battery in your trailer. So that's the main difference between the two. There may be some others, but that's the main difference. So let me show you now what is included in this cell phone booster. So it is a WeBoost cell phone booster model Drive 4GX RV. So here are all the things that come with the cell phone booster for the RV. This is the outside antenna, which is a omnidirectional antenna. It picks up the cell phone signal from any direction. And this is the inside antenna that broadcasts the boosted signal to your phone. Two coaxial cables to hook them up. Here's the booster itself. And then there's two power supplies. This one you can plug right into the wall, or this one you can hot wire to the 12-volt battery, so you can do it either way. I'm going to be using this one because my trailer does not have a converter in it to change my battery back to 110 AC, so the only time I would be able to use this would be if I was in an RV park plugged into shore power. So I'm going to hardwire it to the battery so that I can use it wherever I am. This is the mounting bracket for the outside antenna. Now, one thing that I discovered pretty quickly here that I was not real happy about, to be honest, is the way it has to mount. Here's the directions, and you see that the antenna, they say to mount onto the top of the ladder in the back, and you use this bracket here and that to mount it to the ladder. Well, I don't have a ladder on my RV, and the directions say that the antenna should be completely up above the roof, so I can't mount it on the side. It wouldn't be high enough. So I had to improvise a little bit. So I went down to Home Depot to the plumbing department, and I bought a piece of 2-inch black pipe from the plumbing department. And when you buy this, it's covered in oil to keep it from corroding or rusting. So I completely washed all the oil off, and I sprayed it with silver colored Rust-Oleum. So now I'm going to be able to mount this to the side of the trailer and then use it to mount like that, to mount this to the pipe. Like I said, I wasn't real happy about that. I think they could have come up with a better solution for people that don't have a ladder on their trailer. But I got the parts now, and it's going to work. So once it's done, you know, it's done. It's not going to affect how the booster works overall. It also comes with a hole saw right there, in case you have to drill a hole in the roof. And then it comes with a plug that's the size of the hole, where you can run the wire, the cable, through the hole in the roof. I don't want to cut a hole in my roof. Another option that they give is that they say you can bring it in through the opening where the slide goes out and run it underneath of the gasket. So that's what I'll be doing. Now this is the back of the trailer here. Around the side there's a rain gutter that runs the whole length. It sticks out about 1 inch, so I can't really mount it here. So I'm going to mount it here in the back. So this is the antenna mounting bracket that came with the booster. So I've already mounted the bracket to the exterior antenna. Now I use these bolts that came with the booster to attach it to the pipe. So I've got this secured with these cable clamps. Now, I'm going to bring it through here, and I really hate to drill a hole, but I think if I put this here, I'll have that big gap there where the wire runs through. So I think I'm going to drill a hole here. In fact, I might put it up underneath here a little bit so that the rain will drip past it, and then I'll run the wire through there. Okay, so I got the hole drilled right here, and I drilled the hole smaller than the wire, so when I push the wire through, the rubber gasket here, the rubber seals around the wire. I also drilled it up underneath of this so the water will come down past that. So, and these are good and solid, holding it in place. I think we're good to go. So I'm trying to hide the wire as best I can. So it comes through the slide opening there, and then I drilled a hole and it goes right into the wall, and it goes into the closet, inside the closet, and then I will mount the booster somewhere on the wall here. Now to power this unit, like I mentioned before, there are two separate options. I could either plug it in right there to the 110 AC, or I could hardwire it into the 12 volt, which would be there. If I go with the AC, then I would not have power unless I was actually plugged in to shore power at an RV park someplace. If I was boondocking, I would not be able to use it because this trailer does not have an inverter to change the 12 volt back into 110 AC. So I'm not going to take that option. I'm going to actually hardwire it into the 12 volt battery so that I can use it all the time. So I have now taken the cover off of the breaker box, and you can see in here, this side is the AC, the alternating current 110. It's got regular circuit breakers in here like you would have in a house. And then this side is the 12 volt DC. It's got fuses in here like you would have in your car. So I'm going to tie in to this side over here to the 12 volt side. So I got this wire extended, and I'm going to put this fuse in here in this opening so I can get to it if I need to change it. There is a partition in here, but there's already a hole in it so I can run these wires through. Now I just need to make sure I get the right one. This is the red one, the positive. Run that through. Okay, so I got the power coming through, the red one coming through. I wish I had some red electrical tape to put around here so I know that this is the red one. But I'm going to hook this into the red, the power bus bar right here. And this will be fine because it has an inline fuse that's going to be underneath of there. And then this is the negative, which is going to go into this bus bar right here like that. I'll probably have to do this off camera because I don't know if I can get the camera in there. Okay, so now I've got the positive wire, the power coming into this red power bus bar, and I have the negative one, which is here. It's tied into the bottom of this green bus bar over here. So I'm all hooked up and ready to go. I'll just push that back out of the way. Alright, we're all set. Okay, so everything is installed, so let me show you what I've got here. The cable for the exterior antenna comes in right here through the opening in the slide, and then it goes into the wall, into the closet behind here. Notice that the breaker box is right there. That's where all the power is. So once I took the wire inside, I was able to install it all inside of the closet where I could reach to tie into that. Now there was a problem here because of the layout of this trailer. There's no place to put the interior antenna. If I would try to mount it anywhere on this wall, it would be in the way of when this slide comes in, because this slide comes all the way in practically to here. If I tried to put it over here somewhere, first of all I'd have to run the cable across the ceiling, which wouldn't look too good, but I guess I could do it neatly. But there's nowhere over here either. If I put it here, everything's in the way. There's no place to put it anywhere. So let me show you what I've got inside the closet here. This is the cable coming in from the outside antenna into the WeBoost booster right there. And then of course you saw me do the power, tied it in here, and then in here is the fuse and the transformer, and then the power runs up to here. It's hard to show this inside the closet. Right here. Now there is no on-off switch, and I don't want to leave this running all the time because it could wear down the battery. So all I have to do is just unplug the power when I want it off, and then I can plug it back in again. Now for the antenna, what I did, I put this little bracket right there. I was going to put the antenna up there like that. I don't know, you can barely see that. Let me get a light. Okay, much better with a cell phone light. So I put the antenna right here on this little bracket facing that way through the wall, and when I tested it, basically the antenna is right here facing this direction. And when I tested it, it didn't do real well. It only boosted the signal a little bit because it's going through the wall. So here's what I decided to do. I'm just going to leave the antenna loose down here inside the closet while I'm driving. And then after I get where I want to go, I can just set the antenna right there on the back of the chair. And so let me test the signal now with this configuration. Oh, also on the directions it says that the boosting apparatus works best if you're within 4 to 10 feet of the interior antenna. So by putting it right there, most of this table here where I'm going to have my computer set up and all that is within 4 to 6 feet of that booster antenna. So now that I have it set up like that, let me test the signal and see how it works. There is an app for your phone that you can get. It's called Open Signal, and it will allow you to test the speed that your signal is. Now this is without the booster on, and notice I have 1 bar of LTE up on the top left, and it's now testing the download speed, and it comes up with 2.6 megabits per second. Now it's testing the upload speed. And for upload, it was so low it was basically 0, so it came up with an error. I didn't have any upload at all here. So now I'm going to go ahead and test it with the WeBoost on, and notice up top left I now have 3 bars instead of just 1. And it's testing the download, and it comes in at 9.6 megabits per second. And now it's testing the upload, and we have 3.5 megabits per second. So here's what we've got. Up above was without the booster running, and remember I had 1 bar of LTE, which is enough to make a phone call, but there would be dropped calls probably. It's also enough to probably stream a YouTube video, but it would stop a lot, and there's no way I could upload at all. I have zero error on the upload speed. Now down below is with the WeBoost on, and notice that everything is considerably higher. This would allow me to upload, and it would take some time, might take me a couple hours, but it would allow me to upload a video, and it would allow me to stream anything I wanted to see, and with 3 bars there would be no more dropped calls. So this is a very strong, very definite improvement, and I'm very happy with it. Well, so there you have it. I'm very pleased. It's another win for WeBoost. Like I mentioned at the beginning, and if you watch my other video about our WeBoost system that we have in our home, that took it from 2 bars of LTE to 4 bars of LTE, and it took the upload time for a video from 4 to 6 hours down to about a half hour. Now this little antenna right here in my RV has taken it from 1 bar of LTE up to 3 bars, and it took the upload time, which was non-existent, and it has boosted it up now, and it's going to be slow, but it would be possible for me to upload a video. It might take me 4 to 6 hours like it used to at home, but if I'm out at a campground somewhere for a few days, it'll make the difference between being able to sit here and upload a video and having to drive, however many miles to find a Starbucks someplace to be able to do it. And also the download speeds for this, I now have enough speed that I can easily stream something online and watch Netflix or YouTube or something like that. So yeah, like I said, it's a win. I'm very happy with it. So if you want to check out WeBoost, I have a link in the description down below that'll take you right to their website. And anything that you buy through my link, it is an affiliate link, so anything that you buy there will help support our channel a little bit. I would appreciate that. But if you're going to be on the road a lot in your RV, and you like to have internet, and you're not in an RV park someplace, this is the way to go. I hope you've enjoyed this review. Thanks for watching. You be blessed.